So about 2 months ago, there was a team, there was a Chinese contractor who started doing road work, rehabilitation of roads here in Kiambu, specifically in the Kanunga area. And when they came, they scraped off all the topsoil from this road that they are trying to put tarmac on, or that they are planning to put tarmac on. And so they ended up with a lot of soil that they needed to dump somewhere. And they started looking for places where they would dump this soil that's local, that wouldn't cost them too much. And one of the places they started doing that was right here in the Kimunyu wetland. So this is the Kimunyu wetland. There's a donkey there having breakfast, I guess. But this is the Kimunyu wetland right now. It's the beginning of the rainy season, the short rain season, so there isn't much water in it. But when I was here in January of this year, at the end of the rainy season, there was water all the way till here. But because the road rehabilitation work was being done during the dry season, it meant that this whole area was accessible. And so they came and they dumped the soil here. And I'm pretty sure that that's illegal, because you cannot dump soil or dump dirt or whatever this is. And you can see now it's not just the soil. You can see that there is construction waste. This right here. You can see the gray kind of soil. That's not just regular soil. That's coming from a construction site. And so yeah, this is very normal. What I found happens is that the Chinese contractor will just tell the local employees to talk to people and see whether there is a place they can dump that soil. And then the people who, the local employees, especially the ones driving the trucks, will go around to the communities, and sometimes they'll find somebody who lives close to a wetland. And that person will say, well, you can come and dump the soil at my place because occasionally it floods. And if you dump soil, maybe it will flood less. The problem is that most likely that person has encroached on a wetland. And so now they're asking for help to encroach even more into the wetland. So when I spoke to one of the employees of the Chinese contractor and asked them, why are you doing this? Do you realize that it's illegal to dump and encroach, to dump this soil here in the wetland and to encroach on the wetland? They were like, oh, no. We're just storing that soil there temporarily. We'll make sure that we take that soil with us when we're done fixing the road. So here we are 2 months later. The soil is still here. The rains have come. The rains are going to start just, I guess, eroding this soil into the wetland, making it more shallow, and also, I guess, just reducing the size of the wetland. And it's of course going to have an effect on the biology of the wetland too, the health of the soil, the health of the water when we're coming to dump construction waste here as well. Yeah, so these are the kind of things that I find quite infuriating. And I don't believe this comes down to individual choices. I think the problem more and more that I'm seeing is that people in government fail to do their job. We've corrupted the idea of what it means to be in government, because there is laws in this country that say that we should gazette and protect our wetlands. And when the parliamentarians pass those laws, they expect government to execute the laws. And so we have a National Environmental Management Agency. And then we have counties. We have government at various levels. And the idea is that those government institutions would then would operationalize those laws. They'd figure out if there's this law, how do we make sure that that law is applied? And that usually requires enforcement. It requires having officers extension officers, not agriculture extension officers, but natural resource management and protection officers who are going around and spotting things like this. It means having a system where citizens can report things like this. And when they do, it's going to be acted upon. But we don't see that. They'll have something on their website that says report an environmental crime. You put something on there, nothing. You will not get a response. It's barely functional. And so I feel like we have to push more for better governance. We have to push more for more effective government, because without effective government, our future is going to be bleak. We are going to struggle. Our kids are going to struggle. We are going to deteriorate the environment. We're going to deteriorate the quality of life. And that's what we're going to pass on to our children. And when we asked why, because we didn't want to stand up and hold our government leaders accountable. So I am for government, but I also think that we need to be engaging with government more, holding them accountable, asking for transparency, asking for accountability when it comes to enforcement of laws and application of interventions and regulations that could ensure that we have a clean environment, that could ensure that we have a future for our kids. And so we'll continue talking about this. It saddens me when I come here and I see that they did this and they got away with it. They got away with it. And that shouldn't be the case. If we had effective government, if we had people in government who are actually doing their job, this would never have happened.